Hey, what up? No, it's your boy. Wrestle with Roqky. Listen. I just want to be your Uber pool right now, okay? I'm going to be your Uber pool, and this is going to be a time machine, okay? All right. So, get in the car. Get your ass in the car, because we're going to take a step back down memory lane, yeah. Woo! I'm back down memory lane. So, do you remember when Vince McMahon in the WWE had Bob Barker, the host from The Price is Right, hosting WWE Raw? Remember that? Remember, it was like, so I didn't go back and look at facts and look at the dates and look at all that shit, because I'm just getting off of watching the documentary, the documentary called Dirty Rotten Scandals, The Price is Right. And it's about the late, nasty Bob Barker. And the fact that Vince McMahon and Bob Barker was friends. Well, he's dead. Like, Bob Barker is dead. He died at like 99 years old. It's crazy because bad people stay alive for a long time. Joe Budden said that, and I thought about that, and I was like, God damn, they really do. But Vince McMahon and Bob Barker was friends. Now, I would suggest you to watch the documentary. It's by Entertainment. It's called Dirty Rotten Scandals, The Price is Right. And pretty much it's about all the Bob's beauties. The girls that was like, the ones that was like, showing the prizes that was on stage. And they were gorgeous. I never really paid attention to them. But I remember The Price is Right because, my grandmother and like my babysitter used to watch it when I was younger. Everybody knows that theme song. Dun 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 dun. Everybody knows that theme song. You know what I mean? So he had like girls, and it was multiple women that was just the Bob's beauties. And, like I said, again, they just used to show off the prizes. They'd be like, you win a brand new car. And then the girls would be like, fake like they driving and stuff. And he had, but everybody looked at Bob Barker like Bob Barker was that guy. You know what I mean? Sorry for the background. But everybody was looking at Bob Barker like he was that guy. And to this day, well, until I seen the video, I thought Bob Barker was just like the late, great, best host in the world, Bob Barker. Like he couldn't do no wrong. He was so beloved. But I didn't know in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, this motherfucker was a menace. Like, so, of course, it's the same shit over and over again. You got a white man with power, and he got women around him. He's going to take advantage of her. He's going to fuck one of them. He's going to. You know what I mean? And it started with Diane. Diane was doing some things to him in the back. You know what I'm saying? So she was kind of like the Triple H. WWE. Well, she wasn't sleeping with his son. She was sleeping with the boss. She was sleeping with Bob Barker. So then once, like, that kind of got out, you know what I'm saying? Just, I don't really want to spoil it for you, but once that kind of got out to everybody, because everybody pretty much kind of knew, once that got out, and Bob Barker had found out that she was sleeping with black dudes, too. And Bob Barker was a racist. See, nobody really didn't know Bob Barker was a racist, but Bob Barker was a racist. He only allowed at least 2 black guests on his show, and you had to put B on the guest card so he know they was black. He didn't want to be touched. Bob Barker, and I quote, said that black people was one of the most diseased people, which is crazy work. Crazy work. Like, I know I'm probably jumping all over the place because it's funny as fuck. It's like, it's sad, but it's funny. But so when he found out that she was fucking black dudes too, He went off. He was like, what? What do you mean you're fucking black dudes? Are you kidding me, you bitch? You better not be sticking you're giving that, you better not be hanky-pankying with me and hanky-panky with niggers. Like, and she was like, well, their dick is bigger. But no, she didn't say that. But it was crazy because they was like that they was spazzing off in the back and people was listening, and she just walked out the dressing room or walked out his dressing room, and she went up to the top of the stairs and everybody was looking at her, and she said, I have sucked his dick so many times, I will not kiss his ass. Hey, they had me over here, me watching this documentary like, ooh, I felt like a girl, you know what I'm saying? I felt like a girl, a grown woman like, ooh, what she say? Oh my God. The whole documentary, I'm just like, oh shit, no, she didn't. But it's crazy. So after all of that, Bob Barker just started firing people left and right because Diane filed the lawsuit on him. Everything got out on, like, you know, everything about Bob Barker and the sexual allegations and all that stuff got out. And then he just started he wanted people. It was either you was on his side or you wasn't on his side. So if you wasn't on his side, he was firing the girls. He was firing people. He was just like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Then he was filing lawsuits for defamation. And it's just like crazy. And Vince McMahon did more savage shit, I must say. Vince McMahon did way more savage shit than Bob Barker that we know of. But we know the scandals that Vince McMahon did. Mr. Poopy on your chest, Vince McMahon. Mr. I wanted you to fuck a big black dick, Vince McMahon. We already know what kind of guy Vince McMahon is. But isn't it kind of ironic that Vince McMahon aligns himself with all these white evil motherfuckers? Like Bob Barker, like Donald Trump. These people were on Raw. These people had segments on wrestling, been in the wrestling ring, and they're just as evil as who? Vince McMahon. I just thought that was kind of ironic. I know I'm supposed to be talking about WrestleMania and Friday night, because it's Friday right now, April 3rd, 26. So I'm probably supposed to be talking about what's coming up with WrestleMania and Friday Night SmackDown and Raw. This was juicy. Fuck that shit. This was good. So I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. I think you should go check this shit out. Vince McMahon is a creep. Bob Barker was evil as shit too. And I mean, that's all I got to say about that. And I just discovered that I know how to do a Bob Barker's voice. So come on down and let me grab your titties. Or you get a brand new dick. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It is so foul, but go watch it. Just go watch it. Please. I'm out.